Let's move some of this out of the way. So the great fun last time after messing them all about was spending time going through them again. The Amazing Spider-Man's lot. To put them all back into order. Such is the geekiness of collecting comics. Right, there we go. I think this is number 170. And that's my border just topping itself up. This is another one of those where the style of the cover has been used in many a title, many an issue. I think it wasn't Uncanny then. X-Men 100. No. That's not like it's the first one. There was one of these in the Avengers in the 50s, I think, late 40s and the 50s, where I think one team fought an older version of the team or something like that, but it was all rushing together and into battle. Not always good team versus bad team, but yeah, that kind of layout for a cover, especially it's one versus the other, been used quite a few times. But this one stands out quite well because of the white background, or the mostly still white background. I don't know what Sam thinks he's going to achieve. He's crap. Alright, I'll do a random one now. There we go. Annual number 11, 1991. I think this is just the typical action pose. I've only just noticed now, looking at the background, I thought it was just like Cityscape, but it's also Ultron. It's all in green. I presume it's Ultron. Looks like Ultron. Yeah. It's Ultron leering over the city, while the other's in, I suppose, again stock in trade kind of action flying poses. So in one way, it's not very imaginative, but striking because it's you're seeing your favourite characters as you expect to see them. And again, it makes the background in the kind of limey green colour. It separates them from the characters in the foreground. Quite subtle. So yeah, I suppose good and bad in equal measure. Alright, next one I've got marked is the Vulture. Oh yes, the next one in the 30th anniversary. Oh, we jumped across 5 years. The 30th anniversary. Spectacular 189. See if I can get this one here again. Oh yeah, you can see that quite well. Actually looks better on the camera than it does. I can see it better on the camera than I can looking at it properly. No. Good. Very nice. The Rhino. I'm not keen on this kind of artwork at all. It's very kind of harsh and rough in the way it's very sharp, bold strokes. I always kind of compare this art to, if you look at the 50s and 60s Tom and Jerry cartoons, the ones produced by Fred Quimby, and then you go to the later 70s ones, and it's the animation style there is much angrier and harsher and straighter and pointier. I mean, the early 50s and 60s ones are very much softer, almost kind of pastel coloured and stuff. I much prefer those ones. That's how I kind of like in this kind of artwork too. Yeah. Right. Is that the Death of Vermin? Again, Spectacular 197 with the X-Men. Is that in the middle? Where's in the middle? Yeah. Yeah, simple cover, plain kind of, it's kind of graduated background, but it's just them doing their action poses. I suppose it's okay for the first issue in a storyline, if you don't want to give anything away. But I suppose it's a bit cheap and easy. He says we're not a non-artist. There we go, this is 211. I like this one. Again, nice and simple. but it suggests such a lot. You know, did he kind of eat some chili that was just too hot and he needs a drink? I doubt that's the reason, but yeah, you know, you can't fail to notice that on a shelf in your comic book shop. I mean, there's a thing with people drawing his eyes differently, but just there, they just really stand out more than anything else. Yeah, excellent cover. Ah, here we go. It wasn't 117, it was, well, I think 117 is to web, which we'll get on in the next video. Yeah, it was 213. Again, with the little booklet for the animated series. If you actually want to see the little booklet that came with these and all the cells, I've got the one. There was a couple of Fantastic Four. I think I've still got one of, because the other one was with the animated version of the comic, or the comic version of the animated series. But if you want to see all the Spider-Man ones and the cells and how they eventually differed in the eventual cartoon, I could do a separate video for those if anybody wants to see them. But yeah, this is my first spectacular. Number 213, Typhoid Massacre. For some reason they've got like BAFTA masks in the background, happy and smiley. Nice. It might think, yeah, it's kind of foily cover. I don't think you can see that because of the bag. But the blue, it's kind of a foil effect to it. I suppose it must be kind of metallic printing ink they use to get that, because it's not like any special paper or anything. But yeah, there's a kind of metallic sheen to the background there. That's my first spectacular. Right, jump ahead a few. I think I've to 220. I've covered why I picked this one out for in that issue with the Rhino. Yeah, the artwork. Ooh, I don't know. They don't say who they are in the early ones. I don't know. I still don't know who drew or wrote any of these. I suppose I should really get up on who does what with what issues and things. When people ask me, what's your favourite run? I might be able to remember the storyline, but not what it was called or who wrote it. I suppose if I want a proper appreciation of comics, I should really get to know who wrote what and who drew what. But yeah, it's trying to find a contrast. This one is like much more cartoony and comic orientated to my mind than this one. This is again, I think it's more stylized in its. I think maybe it's the heavier inks that give it a harshness that I don't like. Well, I like the fineness, I think, of the lines in this type. But I won't go any more into that. It's the same. I think, this one's even worse. But we've all got our preferences. I suppose so long as the story they're telling is up to scratch, it shouldn't really matter. Right, this is where Spider-Man started to go tits up. Maximum Clonage Omega. The storyline that well outstayed its welcome. I don't know why they bothered doing this, because it really just padded the whole thing out. But having said that, as a physical book, very nice. This is a weird kind of metallic embossed foil type paper, whatever, which gives a very nice feel to it, very solid. And it's not going to, it's going to take a lot to damage it, I suppose, because I don't know, it might even have to be metallic in nature. Let me get it out and have a look, so you can see it better. There, without the glare of the light, you can see. I'll open it up. Just about see the embossed picture on the back. So maybe it's like it's aluminium of some type, and the same on the back. But Very nice. Very nicely protecting. There's all types of spider clone things in this, and I don't know. No, it's been years since I read it. But it's there, it's part of the storyline, it's got to be in the collection. You need the bad stuff just to remind you how good, remind yourself how good the good stuff is, as well as how bad the bad stuff is. It can't all be good. You need highs and lows. With two completely daft storylines, from what I can remember. Cyber War, well, it was the 90s, and Virtual Mortality. I think they were both kind of connected, it's all computer stuff. I think it was the height of virtuality the first time round, I think, mid-90s. Yeah, just as well as only 2 issues. And then we have the return of the Spectacular Spider-Man, but the Ben Reilly version. I don't know who this. Death by Dorling Kindersley? DK? No, that can't be right. Whoever that thing is, Marvel version of Clayface Stroke Swamp Thing, I don't know. Yeah, but you can always tell the Ben Reilly ones by the different, what's the word? Costume. Mine goes blank. Right. So in this one, I've got, I think the only time I've actually come across or marked down a Carnage one. Did I do any Carnage ones last time? Can't remember. Maybe Maximum Carnage. But yeah, that's a nice one. You know, that's what Web of Carnage. Yeah, they're just kind of recycling titles and just mixing a few words around, aren't they? Part 4 of 4. Yeah, again, that's a simple thing. That suggests there's some action happening inside. And again, a nice sort of simple plain background. Again with the yellow. Yellow makes the foreground stand out. The green contrast against the red. Especially Carnage. That's a nice cover. Alright. I think I've already gone past 20 minutes on this, but this is the last one I've got marked down, and it's part of the, what the hell am I going to call myself, this week's storyline. Prodigy number 1, which was actually really number 257. That's a bit of a duff costume. What's he supposed to speak? He's got like the metal thing over his mouth. Thank you, whoever you are, for saving me. And you got, yeah, Identity Crisis storyline. You'd think if he's not sure what he's going to be, that one would come after, rather than that way. I don't know. To say, oh, maybe I'll try this costume and this kind of character. And then you have one where they've gimmicked it to give it that cover. But no, it's that way around. Yeah, so I can't remember what the other 3 characters are. But I must have mentioned the Amazing Spider-Man one. Ricochet, wasn't it? Yeah, and it's Prodigy for Spectacular. I'll quickly run through the last few. Harry Osborn, Green Gobbly, and Hobgobbly Gobbly. That's part of the Gobbly storyline. That's the Gobbly storyline. That's still Harry. No, it's Norman. The Gathering of 5. Ooh, like that. And then the last one. Final chapter, part 3 or 4. I suppose it's fitting that a series would end with Spider-Man facing off against the Green Goblin. Again, just the 2 characters doing their thing, playing background. That's all it needs. Nice. It's the end of 41 of Spectacular Spider-Man. I hope you have enjoyed. Oh, getting a bit hoarse now. Right, thanks for watching. If you want to subscribe, please do. If you want to comment, please do. I will try to answer as best I can when I find the easiest way to do it. Because, I do it through YouTube, but it doesn't always appear. Sometimes I can't always reply on the YouTube. Sometimes when I see someone's post on the Google Plus, I go to reply, it won't let me reply there. It seems to be very hit and miss. But please do if you want to, and I'll do my best to reply to your reply. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time for Web of Spider-Man.